Charlie, go. Olivia, go get some shorts, baby.
Charlie, can you bring me some water? Bring me some sparkling water. Charlie, you stop.
Whoa, Max.
She's getting Olivia's water, not me. So annoying.
Well, instead of insulting her, just do it for yourself. God helps those who helps themselves.
Excuse Max, said Charlie.
Oh my God, between y'all's mouth and that power tool, I'm going inside. Let's go, folks. We're moving in because these kids are annoying as shit. Hold on. If you bring one for your sister and not for your brother, you are my least favorite person. Because that would just be ugly. And I'm a little bit tired of ugly. Okay, hold on. I'm a-coming. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to find a place where I can set y'all up and my kids can leave me alone. Good morning. How's everybody doing? Is that too dark? I hope not. Good morning. Good morning. Well, if I sit on the floor, I'm about to be dirty. But I feel like... Okay, well, I'm sitting in pollen for you. This is not going to work because this is going to gross me out. I need, like, a chair. Hold on. Hold on. Don't go away. All right. I'm about to sit on a step stool. Can you sit on a step stool? I don't even know if you can sit on a step stool. But I'm about to sit on it. All right, so like not really. Good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? You're too low now. Well, Megan, it is what it is. I'm not sitting in the pollen. Good morning, everybody, and welcome to Coffee Talk, live from my step stool. Things I want to celebrate today. Shout out to those plugins that smell good. Really great job making my house smell good. Shout out to those things that go in the wall and smell good. Shout out to this new hair blow dryer that has a brush on it that brushes my hair and blow dries it at the same time. Shout out to you, easy spinny brush blow dryer thing. You were worth every penny of that $50. Shout out to, what else am I celebrating this morning? Shout out to cotton balls. I didn't realize how many uses cotton balls had. Shout out to you, cotton balls. And what else? Oh, shout out to the girl who waxed my bush yesterday. Or should I say, sugared it, and I almost died. I literally sweat and cried and was forcefully breathing in my own carbon monoxide inside my mask, praying that I would pass out from the ripping and the pulling and the tugging of my utterly exhausted labia. And for a lot of you, you're going, what? You went to get waxed? Listen to me. 3 months on and off, shaving, not shaving, shaving, not shaving. I said, you know what? I got to go get waxed because literally I'm growing hair in places I didn't even know I could grow it. So I went in, I got my appointment, and I thought, hey, I'm a sugarer. I've been sugaring for years. And she did say, this is going to hurt more because you've shaved. The roots grow stronger, something. We haven't been taking the roots out. The roots are thick. And so I got to get the roots out. And I thought, okay, well, how bad could it be? Honestly, how bad could it be? Let me tell you how bad it could be. I would rather slice my own corneas off with a straight razor or deliver a 9-pound baby on the side of the road with no epidural. Maybe let Mike Tyson punch me directly in the tit, if I'm being 100% honest. When I tell you that I was sweating and shaking and gasping, and she was pulling and tugging and tightening and taut and this and that and the leg up and the leg down and the side and the back and the front. And I had a mask on and I had my dress and I pulled my dress all the way over my face. At first I thought it was just going to add an extra layer of protection from the coronavirus. And then I realized I was trying to actually smother myself with my own breath. Holy shitballs. And then she said to me, don't worry, when you come back in 3 weeks, it won't hurt as bad because we've done our job. Won't hurt as bad. So you're saying what? That it's not like it won't be some sort of torture device next time? By the way, lovely girl. And no problems with her at all. I have no problems with her at all. My labia, however, is not too happy about this whole rigmarole. But the good news is, and after I went through all of that, I told Michael the whole story. And last night he gets into bed and he holds my hand. I said, no, you are not holding my hand. I don't care if you don't want to lick it. You will go look at it. Because after everything I went through, you will at least lay your eyes on it and go, oh, nicely done. I'm going to get in bed and hold my hand after I almost died, breathing in my own carbon monoxide. No. Get off my hand and get down there and look. I mean, Jesus, do your part. For fuck's sake. All right, so anyway. All right, so I just wanted to tell you guys that I really do feel 10 pounds lighter. I really do. I joked around and said weight loss alert because I knew you guys would get the humor in after a FaceTime conversation with my mom, I feel 10 pounds lighter, right? But I really do, and I need to tell you why. So I have been holding on to different things with my mother at different stages of my life for so long, honestly. You know what I'm going to do? Hold on. This is probably not going to work, and I'm probably just making shit more difficult for myself, but I want to do this. How many times can Jamie move around during coffee talk? Literally, okay. So I've been holding on to different things with my mom for a very long time. I think every stage of my life, I let go of certain things and I pick up others. And, I just realized, I was like, what is your end goal here, Jamie? Now, this just happened to me yesterday, okay? Hi, Cousin Tracy. Okay, so yesterday, I was thinking about the fact that I have all this angst about my mom and that I'm working so hard to make sure she feels the distance between us. You know what I mean? And I was trying to think, like, why? Why? Why are you right now, like, what are you angry about now? And so I was thinking about it as I was driving, and I realized, okay, so you give everybody else advice. You talk to everybody else about ego and making the right decisions and staying in your lane of greatness and all of these things. And you don't take any of your own advice. So here you are, harboring anger against your own mother, and you don't make any effort to rectify it. So what I have come to understand is the things that I find slight when it comes to my mom these days are when I feel that she is taking up for another sibling and not doing the same for me. And I realized that my mother has been given an impossible task of dealing with 4 very strong-willed, opinionated, loud, outspoken children who will blow the roof off a place when they need to. And it is not Susan's job to navigate her adult children, right? I think she gets thrown in the waters when they get murky a lot, and she does her best to be diplomatic, and sometimes it is impossible to be diplomatic. Sometimes it is impossible to be thrown in the waters where all of your children are sharks and they're attacking each other and you are just trying to survive, and eventually you got to hold on to somebody's fin and go get me the fuck out of here, right? And when it isn't my fin, I feel slighted. It can't be my fin all the time. That's what I realized. I don't like the fact that my mother has to grab someone else's fin, but really, it cannot be my fin all the time. It doesn't mean she doesn't love me. It doesn't even mean sometimes that she doesn't think I'm right. It just means that in that moment, in order for Susan to survive, she had to hold on to whomever was closest and get the hell out. And I say that to say that as I was like driving yesterday, I'm hot as balls. I mean, really, Alabama, it's 10 o'clock in the morning. What's going on here? I can't get comfortable. And I really want to have this conversation, and I'm melting. The other thing is, I was asking myself, okay, so what's your end goal? Do you want to love Susan? Do you want to have a relationship with her? Or do you want to continue to go on, with this weird distance between you two, feeling like you've won something? What are you proud of? That you've set boundaries? This isn't a boundary. When you eliminate someone or cut someone off, that is not a boundary. That is elimination. 2 different things. Boundaries take an unbelievable amount of courage. Boundaries, now I'm going to keep talking to you here, so stick with me. Boundaries actually require conversation. They require you saying, this is what does not work for me anymore, right? This is what I can no longer tolerate. And in giving somebody an ultimatum and saying, if you want to continue to be in my life, you have to respect my boundaries. Eliminating someone doesn't take bravery at all. It takes no courage. All you do is walk away. There's no growth in it. I'm not saying it doesn't, I do it. So I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm just saying it's not the same thing as boundaries. When we cut people off, we think we're sitting in boundaries. We're not. Boundaries is like, hey, I need a certain level of respect, or I need you to do this, or I need you to do that. Here's the thing. The bottom line is, big picture, here's the key. Listen to what I realized yesterday. Okay? I realized it yesterday. I want to love my mother with no baggage attached. I cannot remember the last time that I allowed myself to lower my guard with her and just love her. And because I have not done that for her, she has not been able to forgive herself. And guilt is like an erosion, okay? It's an erosion in a human being. When they carry guilt for something for so long, they become eroded and it affects the way they love. So, because I have ensured that Susan stay in a space of guilt about shit she said to me when I was in 6th grade, she has become eroded. And she has tried to love me through the erosion and all the callous and all the things. And she's trying hard to love me. And I am making it fucking impossible. Because I wanted her to be punished for what she did to me. I wanted her to feel bad for what she did to me. The thing is, she's never stopped feeling bad. Never. That's the problem. The problem is I kept her in that space for so long that it chemically changed the way she loved me. Because I eroded her for so long that she became so calloused to loving me that it literally, like I ruined her. It was like she ruined me and I couldn't breathe unless I ruined her. Well, she gave me advice about my husband a long time ago. She said, you could break Michael. You could punish him for his mistakes and you can break him, but just remember, you will end up with a broken man and a broken father. So see, this is what I did. I broke her. And when you break someone who won't ever let you go, you end up with a broken mother and a broken grandmother. Someone who is eroded to you. They can't see clearly. There's too much callous on their love for you. It doesn't change the amount. It just doesn't come through the right way. And I realized in my drive yesterday, I don't know what came over me. Probably God. But I realized oh my God, what am I doing? What am I doing? The version of Jamie who wants to punish her doesn't even exist anymore. So why am I holding on to that Jamie's behaviors? New Jamie, this Jamie in May, doesn't even want to do that anymore. So why am I still holding on to that? That version of me doesn't even exist. The version of me who got punched in the face and didn't get out of the car and literally grate the street with that person's face, that Jamie doesn't even exist anymore. So what am I doing? So I just was like, I'm going to FaceTime my mom. So I FaceTimed her and she says to me, I'm watching a movie, honey. I'm watching a movie. I'm about to watch it. It's called Dead to Me. I'm so excited. It's got this Christina Applegate. This is a fabulous girl. So I go, Mom, that's not a movie. It's a series. And please make sure you're starting at season 1, episode 1. So she says to me, oh, it's a series? Oh, I thought it was a movie. I said, no, but you'll enjoy it. Watch it. You'll really love it. Okay, tell me how. So now I'm helping her navigate the whole thing. Okay, fine. So I said, before you start realizing the series, watching the series, Mom, I want to talk to you. So she said to me, okay, honey. Actually, what she said was, okay, honey, go ahead. I'm listening. Susan, I'm going to need you to pull the phone back. All right, honey, go ahead. Nope, a little bit more. Is this good? A little bit more. Okay. All right. There we go. There we go. There we go now. Now you can see me and I can see you and not just your eyeball. And we had this amazing talk where we were both crying. And I said to her, I just want you to know that I love you. I really love you. And not just because you're my mom, but like, because I have eroded you in such a self-protectant but gross way. And I have forced you to live an entire lifetime of guilt for something you did with truly the best intention. It was not the right method. And you acknowledged that a long time ago. And I have understood that for years, yet I didn't set you free. I held on to it because I could. Because I could. I knew years ago, that you did the best you could. And I still didn't set you free. And it has changed the way you love me. And I don't want that anymore. You deserve, for the end of your life, to love your child in the healthiest way you can. Not full of callus and erosion with walls and layers where you, I think, I don't know what's going on here. My internet is weird or something. I don't know. It says pause because of my internet. I don't know why. Tell me when you can see me. Hello? Hold on. Hold on. So I'm going to finish the end for you. I don't know what's going on with the internet. I think it's probably because everybody is trying to use the same internet. Anyway, I just wanted my mother to understand that I could have set her free years ago, and I didn't because I thought I needed to hold on to it just in case. I could pull it out of my back pocket. Oh, but remember what you did when I was in 6th grade? Oh, I'm not even that person anymore. I wouldn't even pull that out. I wouldn't even pull it out even if I could. So why was I holding on to it? That's the thing. Is like, what are you holding on to if you wouldn't even use it? You know what I mean? So I have to tell you that I ended the conversation with my mom, letting her know that I love her very much and all is and has been truly forgiven. And I have let go of all of it. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not resentful. I don't think about it. I don't want to be that person. I'm not that person. And my mother deserves to have a condition-free relationship with her child. It doesn't mean there aren't boundaries. Okay? It doesn't mean there aren't boundaries. I still have boundaries, but that's to protect us. It's to protect she and I, not just me. She understands what my boundaries are, but the erosion that I had caused her and the damage that I continued to do to our relationship, stemming from my ego's need to protect me, I can't even tell you. When I tell you I feel 10 pounds lighter, I don't need to protect myself from my mom. People will hurt you. You just have to choose the ones to keep around you that are worth working it through. And my mother is worth working it through. She will hurt me again. I will be disappointed again. I will be frustrated, and the old Jamie may creep in and go, oh, see, this is why and I hope the new Jamie goes, sit down. Stop being so fucking dramatic. Stop immediately jumping to worst case scenario and just work through it. Y'all, I'm telling you now, I feel really like I have been truly reborn. I can't, I love her, and I know she loves me, and she really deserves to love me without the walls that I have built. And by the way, I could have taken those walls down years ago. I just didn't, because it was a power move. Oh, look, I can keep these walls up and make it hard for you to love me. Oh, wait, let me see what prize I got. Hold on. No prize. No prize. So, I will tell you that I do believe this is a trickle-down effect, and that when you can release somebody and set them free from guilt that they have been carrying for years, it is a level of grace that, like, it's so freeing. Like, I literally feel skinnier. I do. My flip-flops fit better. And that's not an accident. So, way to go me. So I feel great. Great for me. Oh, she didn't give up. She would never give up on me in a million trillion years. I told you, Susan is not perfect, but nobody loves like Susan. She's obsessed. And I get it. I get it, because I feel the same way about my children. And she deserves, because she was never going to stop loving me. And to punish herself, she was willing to love me through all of that callous as a martyr. Here I am, I'm going to show up every day and love you through all these walls and all this erosion, because I love you and I'm your mother and I'm guilty and I'm sorry. Susan deserves to just love me without all that shit. She's earned it. She's never faltered. Never. And in the last 5.5 years, 6 years, she has owned more shit than anyone in her generation can own. So who am I? Really? Who am I to continue to punish her? No way. I'm over it, folks. I'm good. Okay? I did dye my hair, and you see these grays? And I only washed my hair twice since I dyed it. Fuck that hair dye, doesn't work shit. My mom is 63. Nope, that's a lie. My mom is 73. She was so happy and crying and loves me and is just so happy. So we're good. We are good, and I hope we stay good, and I'm going to work hard to make sure that we do. And when I feel the inclination to put the walls back up, I'm going to work really hard to take them down. And that's on me. That's not on her anymore. I set her free. So now it's on me. I got to do the work. Okay, does anybody have any questions? What if your mother never shows that her feels guilty or her faults? I mean, again, I think it's their generation, and you have to decide what you need more. Do you need acknowledgement, or do you need a relationship with them? If you need acknowledgement for the wrongdoings, then you need to distance yourself completely until you get what you need. Let's see. Oh, it's gonna do this thing. All right. If you've already spoken, let's try to give other people chances, but let's just see. Hi, how are you?
I didn't expect to be on live. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. What's your name?
Good. Thank you.
What's your name?
My name's Sarah. I'm from Long Island.
Hi, Sarah from Long Island. I love Long Island.
I just want to say I love your videos. I really resonate with this message as well. My father has passed away when I was 13, so like I really relate to you. I'm also a Libra.
Hey, when's your birthday?
October 4th.
Nice. Yeah.
But I want to ask, like, when your father passed away, did your mom remarry or have like a boyfriend that she's still with?
Yes. So my stepfather, my mother met my stepfather, I think a year after my father died.
Okay, same.
She really didn't want to be alone. I don't think it was that she wanted to date necessarily. I just think she really didn't want to be alone. And I had a very hard time with my stepfather in the beginning. Very hard. Oh my God. I made it very difficult for him.
I'm an only child.
Oh shit.
So I don't really have much to go off of. So when like I was kind of going through this whole thing by myself, but basically like what I wanted to say was like with my mom, if I ever have like something that I'm like an actual concern, sometimes she thinks it's like already gonna be a problem. So she gets defensive because she thinks like I'm already gonna have something negative to say. When even like if I don't, if I just have a concern about something in the household, because I live with her still and I live with him. So if I like something's bothering me, I'll basically like have a conversation with her, because I feel that she'll get defensive right away sometimes. So like that's something I struggle with still. So
defense usually comes from their end, right?
And I'm not saying, and I also do agree with the fact, because I have given her a hard time too about certain things that I have let go, but I think that she still sees that too. Like,
yeah, I mean, we went through the same thing. I gave my stepfather such a hard time in the beginning because my father was Jewish and my stepfather was Christian, but like what I call conveniently Christian. And I know this seems silly considering my relationship with God now, but you have to remember at the time I was Jewish and I didn't believe like in Jesus was the savior or whatever. And like he put a picture, I know you're going to be like, Jamie, that's not a big deal, but you have to remember I was a teenager and grieving, but he put a picture of Jesus up in my father's room because he was like staying at my mom, with my mom. And I felt like it was such disrespect to my father, who was Jewish. And I was like, take that motherfucking picture of that long-haired hippie freak out of my father's room. You're not even Christian. You don't even go to church. You're just trying to establish some sort of weird fucking like, I don't know what this is. But don't make me resurrect that Hanukkah bush that my mom found when I was in 3rd grade, because I will. And it caused so much angst about, in my home. And anytime I would approach my mom to talk to her about anything regarding him, she was very defensive because she felt no matter what I was going to say, it was going to be negative about him. And what happens is there's a total communication breakdown at that point, because they no longer grant you the benefit of the doubt. So anything that you come to talk about, they're like,
it always thinks it's negative. Yeah. Yep. I just like, closed door. And then also sometimes it just gets thrown back at me, like, oh, so, but, you know, over the years I have seen improvement, but, you know, I'm still young. I'm 24, so.
Well, I would say
hopefully
this.
when I get older.
You're lucky they still let you live in their house. I'm going to keep it 100% with you.
Yeah.
She
I
could be moved on at this point and tell you, like, if you don't like it, no problem.
That's kind of how it is. It kind of is like that, and it's so hard on Long Island. So I'm like, it's a process I'm trying to figure out still.
Right. So what you need.
I'm wondering, like, if we are father, will we be closer? You know.
Oh, no doubt. Space.
That, 100%.
No, it is true. But I will tell you that I will give you an example now. I would say sit them both down together so she doesn't feel like it's an isolated conversation, right? Because when you want to talk to her alone, you're putting her in a space where she's feeling like she has to choose, even if what you're going to say is not negative about him. You're separating her from her support system. It's like calling someone into the pool and telling them they have to leave their floaties on the side. Right? It gives them anxiety.
For me, because I feel comfortable to talk to her, and with him not as much. Right, but that's a defense you've built for yourself, because you want to make sure but you've done that to yourself. I did the same thing. You want to make sure he knows that you know he's not your father. So you don't want to be too cool with him, because there's a certain comfort we have in that space. Like, I never wanted to be too cool with my stepfather, because I need you to know you're not my dad. Oh, well, yeah, I realize if we get close and we are cool, it's I know something's not going to be so good soon. If we're really, really. I know, but that's a you thing. That's a you thing. That's a you thing. It is definitely something I need to work on. Yes, it is. But I would sit them both down and say, I would like a clean slate. Yeah. No more, no more side conversations, no more whatever. I would like to start participating in this threesome as a family unit. And I would like a clean slate. That's what I really want more. See? There it is. There it is. That's what you want. Yeah. That's what you want. You need to do the work. So you need to call a meeting and say, I would like a clean slate. I would really love for us to feel like a family. I will do the work. I will do my part. Can you guys do the same? Believe me, she's your mother. She's going to say yes. She's going to be thrilled. And he's going to be thrilled, I'm sure, because he's an outsider, whether he likes it or not. My stepfather and I now are mad cool. He's such a good grandpa to my kids, and they love him. My stepfather and I are cooler a lot of times than me and Susan are. So you could end up really finding your way with this guy, and you'll be so happy when you do. But I really get that feeling. I do think it's what you said with your mom. I think it's just a matter of the communication problems sometimes are making it loving harder. Yeah. Loving doesn't feel the same, or I know what you mean. Absolutely. So you got to do the work now, girl. I love you. I appreciate everything you do. Love you too. Have a great day. Okay, baby doll. Bye. You too. Bye. Happy birthday, Scarlett Jane. How cute. Why do you call her by her name and not mom? Well, just when I'm doing coffee talk. I don't call her Susan to her face. Are you kidding? She'd smack the shit out of me. What if she did something unforgivable? Well, I can't define unforgivable. There was a time when I thought my mom did something unforgivable. And I thought I would never forgive her, and then I did. So unforgivable, I don't know what you mean. Did she run over one of your children with her car? What is I don't know how you define unforgivable. I, for a long time, thought what I went through with my mom when I was young was unforgivable because it caused me a lifetime of eating disorders. And I'm exhausted from having an eating disorder. It's exhausting.
And I thought that was unforgivable until I did the work on myself and realized, no, it's forgivable because I don't know what's unforgivable. I honestly don't. Sleep with your husband? Ugh, that might be unforgivable. I don't know. I don't know what you consider unforgivable. All right. I feel like this person asks to be in the video every single day, all.
Hey.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Did we talk already?
A couple of weeks ago, yeah.
Girl, I said if we already spoke, we're supposed to give other people a chance. But you're
You can.
but you're
I
really
have a question.
cute. I know, and you're so delicious. I just want to eat you with a spoon. What's your name, Kate?
Caitlin, yeah.
Hi, Kate. Oh, Caitlin, sorry.
No, that's okay.
Where are you from?
Fort Bragg.
Oh, right. Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Now I know. What's your...
Okay, so my question, it's not in pertaining with my mother, but my grandmother and I are very close, and she lives with me. But I tend to feel pushed away from her. I'm kind of mean a little bit, grouchy with her because similar situation. My grandmother, after my grandfather died, she got married very quickly, and I didn't understand. I was much younger. I was only like 10 or 11. But she drifted away from her family, from this new husband, and I could not forgive her for it until I became an adult. Well, now that she is living with me, her late husband, he just recently passed away, and I don't know how to be there for her because I did not support it. I was too young to understand why she quickly got remarried and then pretty much said, F my family, I'm going to go be with this guy. So my thing is, I just need a little bit of advice on how I can work with her and how to be more caring, I guess, with her, because I do love her very much, and she's been there for me since I was 16 years old. I just don't know how to feel bad for a guy that I never claimed as my grandpa.
You don't have to. You're looking at it the wrong way. First of all, you don't have to feel bad that he died. You can take care of someone who is grieving without even knowing who died.
Right.
It doesn't matter if you knew him or didn't know him. If somebody showed up on your doorstep and said, I am grieving, I am hurting, your job is to work through that with them. It's not about who died at all. Don't look at who she's grieving over. Just look at the fact that she is grieving. You're looking at it wrong. You're looking at it wrong, and see, there's a part of you that wants to punish her now for the decision she's made. That is a Caitlin thing, not a grandma thing. And I will tell you this, Caitlin, if you can't support her through this, you need to let somebody else do it. Because if you feel like you cannot heal, if you can't find a place of healing and support her while she's grieving, you need to let somebody else take over. Because you will do more damage to this lady than you will a benefit to her. And the other thing is, we seem to think, and I have learned this as I got older, but we seem to think people owe us the amount of grieving time we require to move on. So I looked at my mother and was like, how dare you bring another man in my father's house a year after he died? Well, who the fuck am I to tell her how long she needs to grieve? That's not on her. That's on me.
And I was so young. I was so young when it happened, so I didn't really understand until he came around us, and he immediately tried to play the grandpa role, which, I didn't want. I didn't understand what was going on. And then as I became an adult and I lived with her, she left her marriage so that I could live with her once my parents went through a divorce. I finished high school. She's literally been my rock since I was 16. And, I just don't know how to be there for her without saying, I don't give a shit about this guy. I don't care.
But again, you're looking at but you're looking at him. Why are you focused on him when the focus is her? I'm confused. I don't know what I'm missing. This woman is grieving, And you want to make sure she knows you don't give a shit that he died alone? Like, what are you trying to like beat her at something? Because you seem you got to work through your anger, girl. You're not you are not in a you are not in a
advice that I'm asking from you is how do I set those feelings aside from him and be there for my
because
grandmother?
you're acting like she died and someone's asking you to comfort him. And you being like, I don't like this dude. I'm not doing my job. This is the woman that was your rock. And you're telling me you can't figure out how to be there for her?
Not without making it about him.
Okay, but that's a you thing. And if you want me to tell you how to do that, I'm going to tell you what I had to do. Pray. That's all I can tell you. Every single day, ask God to give you strength. Ask him to give you clarity. Ask him to clear your heart. Ask him to help you understand that this woman didn't move on to spite you. She moved on because it was the right decision for her. Ask him to help you comfort her while she's grieving. That's all I could tell you. Like, your punishment doesn't really fit the crime, if that makes sense. It's like, I understand why you felt slighted, because I did too.
Yeah.
So let me say that. I was 17 when she met, my dad died the month I turned 17. I was still 17 when she met my stepfather and brought him home.
Right.
I hated him. But he has no bearing on how I will comfort my mother or care for my mother.
Yeah. I want to be there for her without feeling like I'm throwing it in her face. Like, I want her to know that I am there for her, but I don't know how to be there for her.
Then I think you need to ask somebody else to step in.
Okay, probably.
I mean,
I just want to be there for her because she's been there for me so much, so.
There's your answer. Just be there for her and keep your mouth shut. Write it in a journal. Go outside and scream into the air. Do push-ups. Do something else with the anger.
Right.
But I mean, I know that I kind of sound like a bitch right now.
No, I appreciate it.
But you kind of sound like a brat.
I know. I hear that a lot.
Okay, well, that's the universe trying to tell you something. It's time to shift. It's time to pivot. Truly. Like, this is the universe saying, okay, Caitlin, we've been that version of us long enough. It's time to do the work now and make a left turn. And I've had to do it so many times in my life, Caitlin, and letting go of the old version of you, shedding your skin and becoming the new version of you is so hard because it's so scary, because it means you have to forgive people for things that you are not ready to forgive. But this woman, you feel some type of way about a decision that really had nothing to do with you, and like a guy who's dead now, and you're saying, how do I love a woman who's been nothing but good to me and been my rock, and how do I do, like, I don't know, girl, what? Like, that's your grandma.
I know. Well, I appreciate it, and you're not the only one that's told me I've been bratty about it, and I do love her, and I want to be there for her. It's just wholeheartedly, I need to figure out how I can do that for her.
Good. So just pray. I'm telling you, pray about it. I swear to you, like, don't pray for an answer. Pray for the work. Don't ask God to tell you don't talk to God like you talk to me, like, God, how do I blah, blah, blah. No, God. I need to heal, God. I need to shift, God. Help me do the work, God. Give me strength to do the work. I need to be a new version of Caitlin. So when this happens again, I'm not coming back to you like, yo, you got the answers to the test. I still didn't fucking study. Quit cheating off everybody else's paper and do the work. Study. That's my advice to you. Okay, I love you.
Well, I appreciate it very
I love
much.
you.
Love you.
Bye, baby.
Bye.
Woo! Out here scolding people makes me feel bad, but I feel like we got to do something. Okay. I'm like, I need glasses too. Anyway, all right. I love you guys very much. Really. I love you. I thank you for being with me through all of these relationships and shifts and growth and new skin or whatever. And I don't know. I'm grateful for this whole journey, and I love you guys, and we're still together. Here we are. I appreciate that you guys see value in my honesty. I really don't know how any other way to be. But I love your face too. I love you all very much. Have a great, great day.